Hello everyone and welcome back to Of Bricks and Dragons. Today we are looking at set 75378, the BARC Speeder Escape. So we have, now these are figures I'm not used to. So we have Keller and Beck, and of course we have Grogu. I don't know exactly where Keller and Beck comes from. To me, from the looks of it, it looks like he could be maybe a descendant of Mace Windu or so. So we'll have to open this up. We'll take a look. Now, yeah, we'll get this opened up. We'll go through it, and then we'll see how this all looks here. We'll get this all put together, and then I'll talk about it and all the pros and cons after we're done getting it together. All right, so now that we've got it all together, here we are. So a couple things. When I was putting this together, I wasn't certain how well this was going to fit because of the way it gets bricked in there. Because we have like one spot holding each of these on, and then this is just kind of on here a little bit. Has me a little worried. The whole thing is with this being Lego and the fact that they actually have a good quality control, this actually sits pretty good. That's not a problem. The only other issue I've run into is I think this is supposed to be a gray piece right here, and I put a black piece, and then in the front here in our grill, I think I'm supposed to have a black piece sitting on top here, although it looks a little bit more uniform being gray here. I think I got those wrong. Either way, it doesn't really look like they're out of place from each other, so I think we're good. So the BARC Speeder, the BARC Speeder, I always want to call it BARCA, but it's the BARC Speeder, looks really good. It is a very solid unit here, being able to pick it up and hold it from anywhere. Even the area where I was kind of concerned with, it holds everything nicely. And I've done some mock stuff before where the quality control isn't quite there. You almost feel like you really need to kind of glue things together and all that. So with Lego, that's not really an issue. So we did have 4 stickers. So we have the one up here, one on this side, one here, which I think is backwards on how it's supposed to be. Actually, I think I could cheat and I could probably flip it around, and now it looks just like it does in the picture. So I think I can sneak by that way. Nobody will know. And then, of course, we have one right here. Otherwise, that's really it for stickers. This is a nice solid unit, really nicely together. It looks wonderful. Has that nice long nose that we're used to when we look at the BARC speeders. The sidecar looks pretty good. When we get to the figures, like I said, now he's got kind of a goatee going on here, and I'm trying to get this here. So you get underneath here, he's got a little bit of a goatee. Looks like a little bit of a mustache, a very thin mustache above the lip. So I don't know exactly how we're going to see this character. And of course, he's got what looks like the traditional Jedi robes. So the question is he one of the Luke's students? Is he a descendant from another Jedi? Like I said, maybe Mace Windu. He does have 2 different colored lightsabers. So we do have the green and we have the blue. With my greenish bluish kind of pool table, the blue doesn't really stick out as well to me. Well, I guess maybe it does on the screen here, because I've had to switch to my phone. This is really my second time doing this video, so when I was building it, I think we can keep that together, but doing this here or whatever, I have to redo all this because you couldn't hear me in the camera. I had to throw my camera away. It's just at this point just garbage. So we're trying this over here. But the figure does look really nice. The print on the back looks really good. I think they've done a good job at doing the figures. And then we have Grogu in his little egg. Now, the way that they originally had this set up is you're supposed to put this piece right there, and actually that doesn't work. So I guess I'd end up doing the same thing. I just put this one piece on because it's a spare piece that I have laying around, and it's right on the pool table, and I could put it underneath there and it holds it up. If anything, it might lean a little bit to one side or the other. It's not a big deal, but it feels like he's floating a little bit more off the ground. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I can take the phone and move it a little bit more. Here we are. So now it looks like he's kind of floating off the ground a little bit. If my camera can adjust a little bit. I don't know what it's trying to do here. For whatever reason, it's centering on the stuff in the background, not on our figures here, which is what I'm trying to get it to do. And I'm just having a hard time. I think I did something when I'm trying to take it out of the holder. So using a cell phone as a camera is not my ideal situation here. We'll make things work here today. We'll have to go from there in the future. But you know, he does sit up a little bit. We have the brown in here to mimic the Nerf hide that we have. The Nerf hide leather there. So I think it looks pretty good. I think he sits in there really nicely. And then when we see him all together, because he's supposed to sit in there, I think his lightsaber's off. The only problem I have with doing the cloaks or the capes like this is when you sit them down, sometimes they don't always want to sit in there very well. So when I had them in here before, this was really kind of flopped over here, which I guess would make sense because I'm sure it'd catch the wind and probably flop behind him anyway. Lifting this up here so you guys can see. I think he looks very nice. All in all, it's a very nice unit, very nice piece to add to the collection. I think anybody that gets this will be very happy. Although I will say I think it was a little bit more expensive than maybe it could have been, but it is what it is. And we just go from there. So hopefully this lets you know some good thoughts or so to look at it and see if it's something you want to get or not. But here we are. It does look wonderful. Happy to have it. Great addition. And we'll go from there. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is the 4th of May, so may the force be with you. And we'll see you in the next video.